This video will be about section 204, evaluating expressions and absolute value. So let's say we know a equals -3, b equals 5, c equals -2, and d equals 1. And we are given an expression that we want to plug in those numbers for. For example, 3 times the absolute value of a plus b. So first, we find the numbers that correspond to the letters. A corresponded with -3, so we replace the letter A with the number -3. B corresponded to 5, so we'd replace the letter B with the number 5. And now we need to simplify this. So absolute value bars work similar to parentheses. They're not exactly the same, but they are similar in that this is really 3 times the absolute value bars. And when you do order of operations, which usually is represented as PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract, you start with what's inside the parentheses. So we have to start with -3 plus 5. Adding that together gives us +2. Now before we can get rid of the absolute value bars, we have to actually use them. So we still are kind of in that parentheses step. So to get rid of the absolute value bars, what an absolute value will do is it will either keep the number positive or make the number positive. So 2 is already positive, it's going to stay positive. If you had absolute value of -8, absolute value bars would change that to +8. So they just make everything positive. So now we're done with our parentheses. There are no exponents. We do have multiply. 3 times 2 is 6, and that would be our final answer. So let's do one more example. Absolute value of a plus c divided by b. So a was -3, c is -2, and b is 5. -3 plus -2 divided by 5. Adding them together, because we do what's inside the absolute value bars first. -3 plus -2 is -5. Now we have to actually use the absolute value bars, which means our -5 will become +5. And then we can divide. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So that is basically all you need to know for section 204.